Well, we did talk about how Necro is really strong now, and that's one of those heroes that definitely gets it. So
just buys them constantly. I wonder if we'll see something like a sniper back with Necros, right? Because of the cooldown. Same with Arc Warden as well.
Dazzle? I don't know why we're not seeing Dazzle mid.
Yeah.
Why we're not seeing Dazzle mid? Necro into Ags or Necro Medallion Ags? That would actually be really strong.
I think it's something I've heard a lot of players already discuss. Dazzle definitely can work with that Aghanims that hits how many targets? Pretty much everyone around. If you buy a Dazzle and you apply that debuff or even something like, let's say Maelstrom, if it works, you know, it could be pretty cool. It's difficult to put that Dazzle mid. We have seen some Dazzles on the offlane. Dazzle mid is great, but you need a certain game for it. It can be countered quite
You need
hard.
a certain matchup, right?
You need a certain matchup that you can crush.
But we see a lot of Ember Spirits. We see a lot of Void Spirits. We see those. We see a Concuff from time to time. So those are those melee heroes that the Dazzle can actually crush. And maybe if someone picks a Brood, perfect Dazzle game.
Yeah, and when you see a band such as Beastmaster as well, that Brood Mother on Secret is an option. Same goes for Nigma, obviously. But
see, I want to highlight, you mentioned Sniper earlier as well, right? Do you think Sniper is a decent pick at the moment?
I don't think that hero is really great at the moment, but it fits certain lineups. The problem is there's too many Ember Spirits, Void Spirits, too many of these heroes that just get to the backlines easily, and Sniper really hates that. I think what's the name of the tier 5 item that goes into Sniper's hands?
Ballista?
Ballista, yeah. We have seen a small buff to the Ballista as well. And it's a direct buff to Sniper too, but you need to get there.
All right, here we go, boys. Ag's Fury crafting time. I think Ag should create a little sniper tower, and you get on top of it and get like 400 extra range, like a little bit of a damage reduction, but you can't move. Would it be better than the current Ags?
What's current tags?
Current tags is basically you have that split shot on your ultimate.
No, they changed that.
Did they?
It does do damage still, though, right?
No. They changed that. I think they put that lower cooldown ulti and it stuns for 1.5 seconds.
For 1.5 seconds.
But
you're right.
You're right. Because like you can't use it at the start, or it makes it obvious that you're going to do it, and they maybe BKB or just leave. But if you do it at the end as your finisher, the stun's useless.
Why can't you do it in the beginning? It's 0.5 seconds.
It has a really long, a really short cooldown.
Yeah, but they know when they're being shot up, right? So like maybe they blink away or they BKB or something like that.
0.5 seconds.
True.
You are looking at the minimap and you're hit.
Hey, after some of the moves we saw in that previous game, like that blink away.
You don't target Miracle. Okay.
So don't target Miracle, and you're good.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a fair way to go.
We have an Nyx Assassin picked up, something that went kind of unbanned, unnoticed for the last couple of series that I've been casting.
Yeah,
but hero that's still very good, very strong, and gives you so many things. Not only are you able to scout across the map and just give constant information to your teammates, that Carapace is amazing, and mana burn prevents you from picking so many heroes, prevents you from getting Pugna, OD, Lash, you know. So it's a block pick, something that Nahaz would. I remember doing minor with him. Whenever Nyx is picked, he would just go on, just completely lose.
If Alan's on a panel, you should just give him like a little figurine of a Nyx, which he has to pick up and just like give a nice whiff to, right? Like make sure it's sanitized first. But like
Nyx is a hero I have 1,000 games on.
1,000.
60% win rate. I really like the hero, but I hate playing it against Void Spirit. Even if you would say, oh, you can run into his remnant, yeah, but he heals you, puts a remnant, and you cannot carapace it, and you die. And that's not fair.
Can you just please say that in a more harder Pepija way? Like, no fair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, maybe if I get I might just
have to record you in a game. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
If I get it in a game, that can happen.
I really like how Nigma is assessing their problems from that first game and instantly changing things up within their draft. In that last game, they obviously lacked two things. That's outpush and split push as well. Objective taking. They had 0 objective taking heroes until later on, and that Princess Knife was just a gift from God. Now they have a Furion. First and foremost, it's mind control Furion, and I haven't really seen this hero played by him for a really long time, and I'm hyped. And also, I think Furion is in a really good spot.
Insanely good spot, yeah.
Yeah, do you think that was primarily around the boots of travel and TP changes, right? It's just not as accessible as an item as it once was, so global presence is a bit more budgeted than it used to be?
it is, right? But that's a bit indirect. You have direct buffs to his ulti, right? You have a Nyx Assassin that you kind of enable. Nyx Assassin is bad in the lane, right? And he is, I mean, not that good in the lane. And Nature's Prophet is extremely strong in the laning phase. So that's also one thing. And you have a global presence with the Nyx Assassin who alone you can't really kill anyone, but with the Nature's Prophet you can definitely make those plays.
Sure.
Especially if you get that Wrath of Nature bouncing favorably. I believe they changed that in the recent patch, right? I think Carl was talking about it.
No, Furion looks just amazing at the moment. You can see that he's starting to plague the pubs already. The same way Lycan is doing it, right? You see these two heroes pretty much, you have to ban them every single pub or they're just picked constantly, at least in the higher level ones. We'll see just how well Nigma plays with it, but it's also a similar hero to Wisp, right? It completely changes the strategical approach of the team to the game because you have an additional ganker in every single rotation that you make after, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Around that first rune, you have that Furion that's able to TP. He can always go and help out if you're ganking that mid laner. You have these treants constantly out pushing the waves. And also, you have two heroes that can get on top of you in a matter of seconds, right? You have Nyx Assassin in the laning stage, obviously, they complement each other. But later on, they complement each other really well because Nyx Assassin will be giving you info and Furion will be able to ulti, TP, help you out to get that secure.
And I love this. Nigma, they picked Furion, and now it's going to be a 5 Furion, right? Because Secret picked Jakiro. Jakiro will, in lane, mess with the Furion. Later on, he's going to just use a macro pyre and you save your tower. So they just say, okay, you want to do that? We're going to put our Nature's Prophet on the safe lane. It's going to secure our carry. But on the other hand, Secret has a Shaker who's actually going to give their offlaner a positional advantage in the lane. So I like how both teams are approaching this. They've definitely thought this through a lot.
I feel like we're going to get another brawl at this rate, boys, because it's kind of like you look at the other side. This time it is switched around. Nigma's kind of snatched what Secret were doing last game, right? Where I just want to fight, divide Dota non-stop. And then the Necro as well.
Yeah, Necro kind of fits that. He fits that strategy as he's able to fight early on. Also, because of that Nyx that you have picked up, many counters to the Necro are out of the option. What counters Necro besides Vessel? It's usually nukers, right? Heroes such as Pagna, Lina, these kind of...
Lash
as well, yeah. And
Zeus,
you can't,
maybe?
Yeah, but it's very difficult to decide and pick those heroes when you're playing versus a Nyx Assassin, right? So I really, really like this Necro, and we'll see.
But I know actually some players who are like, okay, you have a Nyx, right? They have a Nyx, but this hero is really good. It's gonna be annoying to play against it, but I'm still gonna pick this hero. I guess Pagna is the only one, and Tinker, who are definitely out of the picture. The other ones, they can get BKBs, and they might not mind that much.
Okay, so do you deal with the Necro now, or do you just leave that to your last pick and try and...
I think you deal with it right now, and you leave your last pick for your win condition, pretty much.
It doesn't even matter, because they have 2 picks now in a row. So.
And yeah, you're right. But overall, I really like the way these two teams approach their game plan when it comes to drafting and their 10th pick, right? They aren't picking really anything super extraordinary in that 10th pick. On one side, you have the Furion, on the other, Shaker. Oh.
Well, I know you like this hero, Liz.
All right, there you go. They go with an Arc Warden.
You play a lot of this hero, right? How does it feel in your pubs at the moment compared to previous iterations?
It's pretty all right, and I was just talking about it and the Necro changes, right? On this hero, even you can get a Necro 3 versus the Necrophos, that is, versus Necrolite, and later on you will have that Purge to deal with him. Also, it's pretty good versus the Bounty Hunter because of True Sight, right? So overall, this Arc Warden looks pretty all right in this game. My only problem is they have a lot of reach that can get on top of him. You have the Bounty Hunter. With the tracks, you can always kind of see where he is in fights, and you can get on the real Arc Warden with the Furion perhaps TPing from behind. So on Secret, I believe this will be Nisha playing it, and he has to be super careful about his positioning throughout the whole game.
Yeah, but that's where the Necros come in, right? He's gonna take Necros and gonna fight. He's not gonna be the split pushing type Arc Warden. I kind of feel like
no, you don't split push with Arc Warden any longer ever. You're pretty much always doing the same build. It's a couple of raid bans, power treads, and then you either go for Maelstrom. The only thing is, before the Necro changes, you would go for 4 raid bans, right? And then into Maelstrom with boots. Now I'm thinking maybe
3 raid bans?
3 raid bans with Necro and Maelstrom afterwards. I'm not sure, because Maelstrom gives you 2 things. It gives you farming potential and a little bit of damage, right? Necro also does the same thing. It gives you that farming potential. If you're buying both of those items, they're kind of doing the same thing. So we'll just see. We'll have to wait and see what he goes for. I think there are different options now for Arc Warden.
Yeah, definitely.
I love how both teams kind of decided that this shouldn't be too long of a game, their final bans. There's the Medusa on one side and the Spectre, so very clearly both these teams are looking around that 20-25 minute mark, right?
Yeah, and Spectre is a carry that can get on top of you, and this Arc Warden really doesn't want that.
Was Spectre banned? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, it was the final phase.
It was by Nigma, I guess. Arc Warden.
One side was the Spectre, the other was the Medusa. Yeah.
That's very interesting, because Spectre being banned, I can definitely get behind, because it counters Arc Warden completely. It's like a hard counter to him. But Arc Warden does really well versus a Medusa. We have seen that in a couple of tournaments recently. In the minor as well, Arc Warden was picked as one of the main counters to that Medusa. So I can definitely get behind the Spectre ban, but Medusa is interesting.
Is this why I think it? Because you boys were just talking about Dazzle a lot.
Yeah. And I can't remember all of their heroes. Is this a mid Dazzle?
That's what I mean. I'm so fixated around. I was like, let me see the rest of the line, because like this could very easily be a core Dazzle, right? Yeah, because you got Shaker Jakiro.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a core Dazzle. But I actually knew that. But what's the first hero that was picked for Nigma?
They opened with...
They're actually, the production doesn't want to show
They're
us
trolling us right now. They're like, yo, let's go and look at Liz's biceps again. Okay, let's get closer and closer. But you get the Batrider farm pick coming out. Okay. This is a lot of gank and spank and fighting coming out on the side of Nigma here.
Yes, you can't put Dazzle mid. You can't put Arc Warden mid. Batrider does well against both of them, right, Liz?
Mm-hmm. So Batrider should be quite fine there, but where do you put the Void Spirit? And that's we forgot about this boy. We didn't really discuss it at all.
We're so used to seeing it, we're kind of nullified to the experience at this stage.
But whichever of these 3 heroes you put in mid, they might die to the Batrider. I think that you definitely go Bat mid, Necro offlane, carry bounty, or carry Necro and offlane bounty.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm at a loss when it comes to Nigma. I think their lineup, these 4 heroes are so versatile. I guess the Furion will be 5, Nyx 4, right? And then these 3 cores can pretty much go anywhere.
But I would like the Furion to lane with the bounty and Nyx to lane with the Necro. That's what I would like to see.
Well, boys, I know your brains are a little bit scrambled here, but very quickly fire off. Who are you behind on this game, Nigma or Secret, Liz?
I'm going to go with Secret. I believe that they have the better win condition, and if they stall the game the way they stalled that first match, I think they shouldn't have a problem winning it.
I have to go with Nigma. I have to go with Nigma because I think that here they're going to utilize their track really well. They have Furion to kill the towers, and they have the Batrider for early advantage, so I'm going for Nigma.
All right, well, you guys have switched around your predictions for first game, but you know what? We can predict what we want. We need to see it. All I know is I want to see a damn good game of Dota. OD Pixel, S4, take it away.
Thank you very much, Killer Pigeon, and my goodness, I can't wait for this one. We just an incredible start to the series, and S4, we're coming into this game too. We're continuing to get to see some incredible sort of hero player combinations. We're going to get some off-lane Dazzle from Zai. We're going to have some Weehard Bat in the mid, some Miracle Nature's Prophet as well coming out for the side of Nigma. S4, where do we start with these drafts?
This last pick is so good. This Batrider pick, I have to say. Nigma's drafting, man. It's impressive. So I want to talk about this Necrophos a bit. I would say Necrophos counters Arc Warden in a way. His timing, like minute 20 timing. Necrophos is gonna get like the mech. It's gonna get the Holy Locket, the pipe, and they're gonna just run at towers and sustain forever. So it's up to Secret to have something for that. And what I see this game is it's gonna be a Necrobook game. Or maybe Dazzle and Arc Warden to counter this. And this could be like such a good Necro game. Because they can't kill the Necros. And they counter Invis, the level 3. So I think Sai is gonna get Necro for sure. I don't know about Arc. Nisha.
Yeah, I mean, because that is definitely something to mention when you have a draft that does include like 2 heroes that are going to rely on invis to get around. Does that matter too much, or is that definitely sort of you would consider a weakness in Nigma's lineup?
No, I think this game is on bat. He has to do so much this game, and he is not counter right now. They have a lot of slows, but if he knows what to build this game, if he gets like travels, new travels is really good for bat. Gives him like insane move speed. He can TP around everywhere. And if he gets BKB, then he's unstoppable this game.
I mean, it is. Oh, see what he's going to be able to find here. The bounty runes out. I'll grab them a piece for a piece. And well, yeah, in terms of the Bats items, I mean, you said it, you know, the Necrophos that they want to reach for this time, and where the Necro's going for like mech pipe. Could they not do it with Weehaw going bots and pipe, so sort of hits the timing alongside Necro's own items, or do you really want to be building the pipe on the Necro this game? Because I feel like we have seen some Bats go for the pipe when they do this mid bat.
The thing is, you don't care about the aura that much on pipe. You really need the hood itself on the Necro. That's what makes them sustain forever, because they won't be able to kill Necro then. Very curious about bottom.
I see Zion yaps up.
I think Nigma will win this lane pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, is it just a little too hard really for Zai to sustain against the harass from these two at the early levels, or what makes this lane weak for Secret?
Actually, they're playing really well, Secrets. Zai is gonna heal here, but it's gonna cost him a bit.
It's a good Fisher from Yapsor.
Yes. So he's gonna chase.
He should have this with the Invis hit.
Oh, that Orb of Venom.
Oh?
Oh, next level by Kuro. I think he's keeping it alive because now he can't lane anymore.
I think you're absolutely right. He could have tried to finish that, and he's keeping him low. Regen wise, what's he down to? Just 1 tango and a Fairy Fire left. It's getting low.
He also wants the first blood on Miracle, and here Sai's gonna miss a wave. Blasted.
Yeah, Miracle able to clean it up easily underneath the tower. Kuro keeping this lane in a really good hold for Nigma on those first few waves. Looking at the other half of the map, GH and Mind Control, they're going to be up here against Map2 and Puppy. Is this a lane do you think?
Should die here.
Oh, let's see if he wants to go for it. He's got 3 stacks.
Come on.
4 stacks.
Okay, never mind. Bat got a bit nerfed, so he doesn't have the same potential. Have to remember. You have to go Firefly on the hair. Flame Break is not good.
Yeah, he skills it up now. First Blood's going to end up going the way in the top lane. Map2 and Puppy able to burst through Mind Control here. Just the level 2 Necro, still no saving himself, no point in the Ghost Shroud. They can take him down very easily. Mid lane, Yapsor's going to be sat behind Nisha, ready for Weehawk to get aggressive and maybe see if they can punish him, or at least allow Nisha to still turn up and look towards the wave without worrying about the bat diving on him.
Yeah, exactly. Nisha won't even be able to CS her if it weren't for Yapsor. He will be at the tier 2. So good play by Yapsor.
And this, I mean, at this stage, you know, Zai down bottom, is he okay to be left alone, or is he definitely the vulnerable one? Like this is the hero that you may be losing in the.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna lose a bit, but yeah. Oh, that's a grave.
Okay, level 2 grave.
And
I mean, he's made
and a heal. Let's see.
There we go. They do get him. He makes some sort of work for it. Spend a little time taking him out underneath the tower, but it's the expected result, right? As we were saying, Yapsor moving to mid, Zai's going to be vulnerable, but you're making this matchup mid that's very, very hard for the Arc Warden a little bit more bearable, which is the play that's worth more.
Yeah, it's because if you get a solo kill, bad solo kills the Arc, then it's really bad. But if they just get a kill inside, they don't get as much XP. So I think Yapsor did the right thing by going
top
there.
GH tries to go with the stun. The Remnant pullback is there. Matu getting low. I'm going to have another pulse up in a second from Mind Control, so Matu's keep his distance. GH, he's ready to try and get back in there. He's got the Mango and the stun ready to go. Mango, is he going to pop it? Has to be careful of the Resonant Pulse. There's the stun connection onto Matu. It's perfect with the burst and the right clicks. The shield, it is protecting him, but the final right click will break through it. Nigma get the kill. Yeah, the level 1 Death Pulse won't quite be enough to take down Puppey. Nigma get a kill in their favor.
GS gets the pull here, they're gonna win the lane here. It's very important. He missed it.
He did, yeah. Held back on the first. He's going to get some of the creeps, isn't he? No, you're right. Yeah, just the range creep.
It's okay. It's very important. Details. Alright, mid lane.
We're seeing on the CS. 17 for 9, 16 for 6. I mean, the fact that this is as even as it is impressive for Nisha. So the Absol, he continues to stand close to the side of Arc Warden's Secret, making sure their biggest vulnerability is protected in this very precautious first 5 minutes of gameplay in this 1v1.
Yeah. Batrider is one of my most played heroes, like mid lane, and he is not countered this game, so he doesn't have to go like crazy and go for kills constantly. But I would like to see the Flame Break level up on him.
Top lane.
Very strong.
Mind Control's getting gone on the Remnant. Slightly off the mark. Yeah, doesn't quite get the Necrophos, and now Mind Control can maybe turn back in. He's going in with the Death Pulse onto the two of them. Pots of Fairy Fire is ticking down, and Mind Control will fall for that attempt. GH should be able to get Puppey in turn. They'll find the 1-for-1, but it is Nigma's off lane dying, Map2 surviving. Map2's going to have the money very shortly to get that bottle out to him so he can stay strong in the lane.
Look at GH, he's doing a good play here. He's gonna stand in the creep wave, so his catapult is not taking damage. Because they're gonna push the tower with this catapult. When Necro spawns, Necro's gonna heal it. They need the pressure on the tower here.
Puppey's about to hit level 4, so he's going to have good means to slow down the push at least. Here's the attempted play. GH wants to start it off by looking for the set with the spike carapace. There it is, into the stun. The ice path is out though, and they've lost Kuro. Puppey, can he get back towards the tower? No, he's trapped in. No escape through the tree line. Puppey will go down. Can they get Map2 as well? He's got the Quelling Blade. He's out of there. The dive is happening with the lasso. They're committing onto Nisha. Can he get the kill in time? He cannot. Backups there again. Yapzor knowing exactly what needs to be done. He's putting everything into keeping this man safe. Miracle cannot get the kill in time as the TP's back to base. Might try for the kill. If he can get this touch onto Yapzor, but he's playing around the Spark Wraiths. Kuro doesn't want to dive for him. Onto the side, Zai. He's TP'd into this, but GH is waiting with the stun. Fisher from Yapzor on for two of them. Spike Carapace reflecting the damage from the heal. Zai, he's going to dive for his efforts. Tried to come in to help slow things down.
TP bottom now. Miracle's TP bottom now, after this.
There's a lot of farm coming in on that bottom lane.
If he gets ult there, they can fight with that. He's pinging, he wants ulti, but he should TP bottom and get it.
Let's see if he sees it.
Let me shake your hand.
Someone's going to definitely be thinking about heading down that. That's a lot of potential gold and XP to rack up.
Yeah.
As it is.
It's time to TP bottom.
Yeah, there you go. Waiting for the teleportation to come off cooldown, and he's straight in. 6 is going to be picked up.
So Wea needs a flame break, because it will enable him to get the Arc One towards him on the Firefly. And they can get kills with the Prophet ults. So I would like to see him skill it.
Is there, I mean, if he doesn't, what sort of the top lane? Massive ult. Burst through Map2, the setup's there for the Reaper's Scythe to take Puppey out.
Plus 12 damage on Prophet for 50 seconds. That's the new ulti.
An extra little measure to step up the harassment and pushing.
Best rune in the game. Okay, he's instantly activated it.
The TPs are coming instantly as well. Yapzor, he sees this, he's trying his best to get in time. The Fisher is there, and that will save Nisha. Or maybe not, because GH gets the stun connection and will make sure they finish off the kill. Map2 wants to find the trades. He's in onto GH with the Remnant. Spike Carapace again. GH, he's still alive throughout this all. In fact, he's going to be able to live. Kuro's here with the backup, and Weehar's starting to lay down the sticky napalms onto Map2 and Yapzor. The stun from GH won't hit this time, but they got what they came for, taking down that Arc Warden, and as you say, just no hesitation. As soon as that haste rune was picked up, he's straight in and trying for the kill. Map2, he's jumping in aggressively, and he's going to get it. Sees an opportunity. He's not scared at all with the amount of stacks that he has on him because of the high amount of mobility he has once this 6 is online with the Astral Step.
My control is playing very well. I mean, they left top lane, so he's making the most out of it, getting a lot of tower damage.
Kuro does end up ticking out to the chase here from the two of them.
Bottom lane. He didn't get the body block, so He's gonna prop ult to keep the vision on Treants.
Zai. Yeah, that's a
Matu can
good bounce
maybe
as
go
well
for
onto
killer.
Matu. See if Matu can find it well with Puppey and Yapzor on the side. They can. Zai is going to be able to walk away alive as the rest of Secret turn up in time. We are...
No flame break. Not
Again,
easy.
it's hard. It's just going to be for the rundown with the Firefly. He's on top of Puppey. Should be enough to get at least the Jakiro. The rest of Secret, they're bailing. They don't want to mess with this. Now, there's a lot of space for that Necrophos up top. Mind Control having the happiest of times up here. Totally undisturbed by Secret right now. Free farm on it.
So now you're gonna see Puppey. Let's see. Sai or Puppey are gonna take top lane. Just gonna sit there and defend. The rest are gonna fight.
Fight around these bounty runes, Matu. So able to grab the bounty, jump out with the step. GH, he's setting up,
6.
takes it, baits Yapzor in. There's the hit with the stun. Find the setup. Now in GH, his involvement has been paramount. Look at this, 107 as this Nyx Assassin at 10 minutes in. GH has not missed barely any. Sure, he's not been in 2, but the fact that he's in 8 of 10 kills at this early on, he has been doing his job tenfold.
He's a beast right now, this game. Having level 6 even before Tone. It's crazy.
And it's that whole additional threat that Secret had to be very prepared for, making sure they have detection down, ready for GH's rotations. There's a lot of things that Secret have to juggle right now. Mind Control, he's getting so much space up here. The hood's queued up, and he's on track to get a very strong timing on it. And once he does have that done, it's going to be hard for Secret's heroes to burst through. And down bottom, Matu's able to get a quick pick. Jumps in and out with the Astral Step and catches out Kuro alone.
Yeah, top lane. There's a grave on the ulti.
More money for the
Was a bit too
Necrophos. And that kill, that's the Hood done. Hood is complete for this Necrophos. They're really going to struggle to deal with him. They're sort of putting no attention towards the Necrophos. Is that sort of the best thing for Secret to do? Is this just a hero that you kind of have to ignore? Okay, a farming Echo Slam. I like it. That's money in the bank for Yapzor.
They have to ignore the Necro. What they should have is Puppey should sit top and just spam in the trees. And they need to more attention on bottom lane. Kill the tower there. They need to open up the map. Otherwise, Furin will take over the game very soon.
And what do you think about Matu's choice this game? I mean, with Void Spirit, I feel this is a hero. You know, the new Ags, it seems to be incredibly strong. The standard seems to be sort of the Yules, Ags. Obviously, we did see a lot of physical builds in the past. Matu is going for the physical build this game. Why is the Desolator so strong for him in this match? Oh, mid. Well, I see Matu actually tripped up by the Spike Carapace. Nisha's caught in the Sprout. They've got the setup here with the follow-up lasso. Nisha's just dragged away from Secret. Secret, can they get anything in return? They'll find Kuro. Mind Control still on the front, keeping his team sustained with these constant death pulses. The Flame Break knocks back both Matu and Puppey into the chaos. The Grave keeping Matu safe. Can Matu get out of this in time? He's falling low. He's salving up. Matu will live. Zai able to save him in time. Zai turns with the poison. Their big bounces, though, from the raft comes cutting through Secret, bringing Zai and Puppey down low. Zai will fall to the death pulse. Miracle is trying to run, but Matu will find him. Another step forward. They kill off the Miracle Nature's Prophet. Maybe they can get Mind Control too, Puppey. Ice Path will be duped. Mind Control's out, and they're a little too far away to do anything more. GH does die towards the river as Nisha takes him out. Maybe gets Kuro as well. The dust is popped. They've got vision on the bounty hunter. Yapzor should have a Fisher to offer up if needed. There it is. Slammed down. They've got the vision, and Kuro feeds his life towards Nisha's Arc Warden. Double kill. As he gets closer towards that Maelstrom.
They came back into the game a bit there. The game was looking very bad for them, but now they're gonna have Maelstrom soon on the Arc Warden. So it's huge timing for them. I just wanna say something about the Necro. I think this Hood could have been a mech, and they will stop this fight super hard. But he's gonna have a pipe here, so next fight is gonna get hard.
And interesting to see.
He's doing the what I was talking about yesterday, the shaker. Gotta farm that dagger.
Yeah, he's making good progress on it, getting a tasty bit of space up it. 1400 into the dagger. Checking
Perfect
back on.
response by Nigma. Are we gonna see an echo on the? No.
I think he's going to accept his fate here. No, he's not even going to get the opportunity to press any of his buttons. The kill is done. See if they can get anything on the other half turn to initiate onto mind control. That hood keeping him a little safer, but he is pretty alone here. Secret there, taking him down with safety precautions, keeping their distance, taking down the Necrophos. GH and Miracle couldn't come in time to help out mind control. And now the rest of Nigma have to be careful themselves.
Very high level Dota. Secret didn't respond top lane at all. And it made him be able to kill his Necro bottom.
And as soon as Secret do sort of show their intentions down bottom, Miracle is instantly up top, keeping the wave held in a good position and close to the tier 2 tower. So now Secret, they do have to consider who they want to send back up there. Yaps, obviously, he really wants to get that blink done. He's going to be the one to lead the way, but he has to be careful. WeHeart is hanging around, and any chance they get behind that tower, Nigma will take it. 14-14, 15 minutes in. Nigma with the gold advantage. As we saw in last game, that money difference doesn't mean much at all when you see these two calibers of teams. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can swing.
So Radiant is in a timer this game, I have to mention, by the way. Them not having a mech is gonna cost them a lot this game, because this is their timing, minute 15. They should be already taking all tier 1 towers and start poking tier 2 and Roche. And without the mech, they can't like sustain.
I mean, what do you, from their sort of perspective, what do you think their logic is in terms of not going for the mech with this lineup? What do you think they feel that they value more about getting everything else apart from the mech this game?
The only one I can buy is this Necro, I think. We'll see. He probably didn't want to get it because he got treads. Look at top lane. Will they respond this time? That's a cancel on our quarter.
Yeah, doesn't want to finish on.
Stayed
up,
good.
Let Map2 finish his item, which he did switch it up. He's going to go for the Orchid first, a little more of an orthodox item on the hero, having that silence and setup. Extra way to additionally burst heroes. See if WeHeart wants to go on side. Just a bit of a poke. He's unlikely to go for much more, knowing that Map2's here ready to turn. I mean, I say that WeHeart tries to go in. The remnant's off the mark. Zai does die. Map2, he is out of spells though. WeHeart's going to live.
Yeah. So the way Nigma is gonna start winning this game is actually taking bottom tower now, because here we go, another attempt. This is deep.
Yeah, this is
too deep.
Very aggressive. Past the tier 2. I mean, they're going up towards the tier 3. The Nature's Wrath comes bouncing through, but Map2 is ready to start poking back from the side, pull back with the Remnant. The stun there from GH is actually going to work. They're going to get Nisha. Nisha dies. Secret were unable to protect him. Even taking into account how deep Nigma were pressing into the Arc Warden, he still dies that far in his own half of the map.
So as soon as these towers die, here mid and bottom, the timer is off again. Then they're not on a timer anymore, because they're gonna reduce Dire's economy so much with the next ganking here. They won't be able to get out from base here. So top lane, we have a GH kill.
Yeah. Controls there, they take him down, but they're having to, as you say, because of the area of the map that they can move in is getting suffocated. There's limited space. No longer is an area available for Yapsor to farm the blink, because the small avenues of farm that Secret have, they're having to give to their cores. They are getting continuous kills though. WeHeart also caught out on this top lane.
So everyone should be bottom right now with Miracle. Necro should be bottom with everyone else. Except Bat, he can do whatever he wants. Because Miracle is doing what they're supposed to do right now. They should just follow him.
I definitely felt like 2 unnecessary deaths there from Nigma on that top lane. See towards the mid, Yapsor.
Sentry Gaming though. From Puppy.
See GH.
And the Yapsor.
Fishes out, the double dust.
Yeah. Okay. They see the dagger on a ward. They didn't see it actually. So it's a surprise dagger. This is where they can win. They can come back.
I'll see if Yapsor can do it. He's been a man in the past to bring a fair few of the big old plays. Let's see if he can get that Echo to really start to swing things back in favor of Secret, because at the moment they are 7k down. Nigma hitting the timings. making this lineup and draft work exactly as intended. This is the time to turn things for Secret. Orchid also complete on Map2, so between the two of them, the blink on the Shaker, the mobility of the Void Spirit, two excellent ways to get to those backlines and make sure suddenly these heroes sitting and waiting for the time to make their play can no longer do so.
Yeah. If they have enough sustain, they can survive the Echo Slam, but it requires a mech, and they only have the pipe right now, so this Shaker is gonna be strong here.
Absolutely still trying his best to play off the map, make sure that he doesn't give up that big item pickup. Zai.
We have Orchid.
Zai's going to be the bait. There's the jump forward, quick silence onto the bounty, he's dead and gone. Nigma, they are going to bring extra members down. Mind Control and GH are going to attempt to chase, but the Fisher is in a position that continues to hold them back and means that they cannot get immediately on top of them. We are still thinking about it though. Is with the Firefly on the high ground, GH trying to use the Spike Carapace to trip up Nisha, but Secret, they're the ones collapsing in onto Nigma. Fisher connection onto the Weehaw Bat. Matu's in with the follow-up. Straightforward with the step and the silence, the Bat is dead. Secret, what more can they find here? Zai trying his best to sweep with the Necro books. They're into the trees, Mind Control. He's got no TP. He looks to be in a pretty hairy place right now. Matu's on top of him.
Take the fight bottom.
Can they do anything to save him? They cannot. Silence into the quick kill. Necrophos will fall. GH and Kuro, they're still hanging around the side. They've gone for the stuns. Weeha's still dead for 20. We'll see if he wants to commit that buyback, but it looks like he's going to hold off as Nigma will let the fight settle. Secret to take the advantage as they begin to close some of that lead that Nigma had.
Yeah, they could have bought back there on Weehaw and turn it. They saw Nisha tipping top. Here we go. Bottom.
And Kuro, he's trying to stay alive for as long as he can, but again, he's been dusted. Kuro's going to die. GH has been connected upon by the poison touch. Nigma are just hemorrhaging heroes right now. Left, right, and center. They're losing one after another. GH will survive behind the tower. Secret are going to put their attention towards taking the tier 2. See if they can make a jump onto Nisha. It's Mind Control.
Wow.
TP's in.
There we go.
He's in. He's in with the block off.
He found him. That's a Roshan potential.
40 seconds without the Arc Warden on the map. Definitely a big window for Nigma to try and strike for an objective. GH is keeping constant information down bottom, but he's into the sentry ward. Matu's prepared. Steps into the sentry, costs him his life.
Yeah, it's
Kuro
the
is
name of
out.
the game. Sentry wards. 2 Invis heroes. They
Incredibly
have been on
valuable.
top of it.
We see Matu as well. He's prepared to look for the jump onto Kuro. He has the full spells available, but Yapson doesn't quite find the lead in Fisher. So with that in mind, they cannot go for the kill on Kuro, but they can keep this creep wave push right up towards this tier 2 and just apply as much pressure as they can against Nigma down bottom to keep them on their own half of the map.
Can you see me drawing on the minimap?
I can, it's beautiful.
You see the ward there?
Can you see me, Joy?
Yeah. This ward here can set up Prophet TP for a team fight. Because they're going to sit there, bottom. Prophet can just TP behind and fight them.
I mean, Miracle is so insanely farmed this game. And you know, look at his item build as well. Is this pretty much perfect stuff? Do you like what he's doing here? With the full Mjolnir and then straight up BKB?
Yeah, it's perfect.
He's going to TP him very aggressively on mid. He feels very strong. With the BKB done, they cannot fight him. Jump forward.
Echo.
Watching Yapsor.
They know about it.
What can he find? He's stepping forward. Is he going to get the chance to get the jump? And he's trying to start things off with the Fisher, but Nigma, they're keeping themselves back. Zai's taken out. Yapsor still standing to the side. Finally lays down the Fisher onto the 2 of them. Kuro is dying to the Tempest double, but he's still able to get away. Secret don't find a way to get that fight going quite yet. Yapsor couldn't find an angle for initiation.
Yeah, it's because Nigma's playing well. They started spreading as soon as they saw it.
And I think that timing you talked about Nigma working towards, it's going to be hit with a bang with the fun that Miracle has. Once he's got that AC, that sort of push that we're going to get coming through, you know, any sort of fight, I imagine, where Secret lose 1 or 2 heroes, suddenly their base could be under fire pretty heavily.
Yeah, the key item here is we have BKB. It's very important because they have too many slows for the bats. They keep clicking every slow they have. Flux and That's the poison. The hero. When he gets BKB, he's gonna lasso anyone, and Prophet will kill him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go. Aegis for Nigma. Miracle will be the one to take it. He's the powerhouse they need to keep alive in the fights. If he stays alive, he's taken down pretty much at least half of Secret's with him. About this insane right click that he can dish out with the Mjolnir. Map2 down bottom. He's trying to get the BKB done. After this Orchid that he did open up with has found himself some really nice pickoffs, but still the team fights are very hard for him to really commit. A lot of things that can trip him up. GH and WeHard, two ways of just stopping this Void Spirit in his tracks. But once he has the BKB, he's going to feel almost invincible coming into the fights. The pickup done, WeHard, ready with the blink on top of the Force. A lot of ways to get in and get out and find that target. I mean, in these 5v5s, who's WeHard looking for the most? Who you keep on your eye on as about this game?
It's Arc and Shaker, pretty much. So the reason they bought Dagger is because they want to go now. They're not waiting, I think. We'll see what their plans are.
I see the movement from Miracle to keep the top lane pressured in. I mean, maybe it is, waiting for that AC. It's only a plate mail away. It's very, very close for Miracle.
They're looking for... Okay, someone's drawing a line, top lane. I think they're looking for a pick-off somewhere. Yeah, GH kind of wants to kill bottom.
And what's the
As
plan?
they react top, GH wants to kill bottom.
There's the jump. They found Map2. That's the perfect initiation from WeHard. The Blink Dagger pays itself off immediately with that instant catch onto Map2. Map2's dead for 70.
I talked about the ward here. Miracle. Okay, he's not gonna get this guy, but...
And Zai will also manage to TP out in time. But
Nice.
comes in and addresses the issue at least before it gets too close to their own tier 2.
Micro has a run.
Yapzor gets the jump onto Kuro. Mind Control's going to head over and try and offer up some heals and safety. Puppy stepped outside of the base for this. WeHard with a flame break knockback. Puppy's in trouble. TP in from Miracle. The Zai shallow grave will come into play, but Puppy almost certainly will still fall. And now Zai, he's defenseless. Miracle just beats him down. The shield, the bubble buys him some safety, but it isn't enough. WeHard, another flame break, knocked down, gets the kill. Nigma, they're now up to the high ground as Secret. Yapzor will end up dying to GH. There's 4 dead. They do not have the means to hold this defense. Apart from the bubble, that's all they can offer, but they can deal with the Tempest double very quickly, at least try to. They step in with the Yules, playing around with it. WeHard, again, another excellent grab. He is in onto Nisha's Arc Warden. Nisha is dead, costs WeHard his life. The buyback comes out from Map2, but he's tripped up the Spike Carapace. He'll look to jump away, but he jumps in on himself. Map2 is dead and gone. It's a dieback on him. They're onto the tier 3s. Nigma, it looks like they're starting to run away with this game too.
Look at his Prophet performance. He's been killing it this game. Same with GH.
The net worth on him is pretty insane. 27 minutes and 21k. Look how far ahead he is of anybody else in this matchup. I mean, Miracle's just known exactly where to go at every single given moment of this game. And it's made it very hard for Secret to deal with. Nigma now moving to eye up a second set of racks. With this big timing that Secret are having to play with. 50 seconds, no Matumba man. They'll have Nisha back up in 10, but it feels like they have hardly any way to deal with this Prophet. He's still got the Aegis. He's got those 2 lives. He's just standing, hitting the racks. Secret cannot get him off. As this second melee racks goes down, 30 seconds still, no Matumba man. I mean, he's looking for a setup if he finds it. And he's just making sure the space is there for Nigma to get the objective. They'll smoke up Puppy, but he gets forced out aggressively. Puppy just shredded, and he's going to call it. GG, it's done and dusted. Nigma will take down Team Secret 2-0 in this series, S4. I mean, Nigma, there's something about them, and WePlay tournaments, they really turn it up to the next level here, and they did so today. This level of play was